Well, hello again. Happy Wednesday. Current temperatures right now across the big country in the mid to upper 60s, 69 in Roby and Sweetwater, 62 in Anson, 65 over in Abilene right now. Now here in the Concho Valley, we're looking at the lower to mid 70s, 73 in San Angelo, 74 in Junction, 72 in Mason. Now tonight is going to be probably the warmest night we've had this week. Lows only reaching the lower to mid 50s. Some of those far western counties getting into the 40s. 46 in Big Spring and Snyder, and then 48 in Garden City, Sterling City, and Big Lake. Here in San Angelo, we're looking to be 53, and then 55 is the low in Abilene. Now, we mentioned this at the top of the show, but we are looking at a bit of a roller coaster trend going on with the temperatures. We're going to see a warming trend for the next 2 days before a cold front comes through on Friday night. That is going to create a steep drop in our temperature. Saturday, we'll barely be able to make it out of the 50s, but then we'll see another warming trend on hand going into the start of next week. Now, with the next 2 days ahead and those temperatures being in the lower to mid 80s, we are looking at possible record heat. Now, the forecast high for tomorrow and Friday is 83 degrees. The record high for Thursday, December 8th, yes, tomorrow is the 8th, is 80 degrees in both San Angelo and Abilene. The record high was set in 1970 for San Angelo and 1929 in Abilene. Now, the record high for Friday is 83 in San Angelo and 82 on Friday, in Abilene. So we're looking at either matching or breaking those records over the next 2 days, which is something we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on. But let's talk about why all of this is happening. So right now this is the upper level of the atmosphere that we're looking at, the winds and the jet stream. There is an upper level ridge going on that's going to help us see that warming for the next few days. And this is actually Friday morning ahead of the cold front that we're anticipating on Friday evening. We're going to see those winds start to warm up coming from the speed up coming from the southeast, which is going to create elevated fire concerns as well on Friday, along with that dry heat. So that's something that we'll talk a little bit more about, especially on our social medias, but in the coming days, those fire hazards coming with those stronger winds. But this trough that you see making its way towards us between Friday and Saturday is what's going to help drive this cold front here down throughout West Texas that will create those drop in temperatures that we were just looking at a second ago. Now, I've mentioned this before. We also have high pressure, building in the state that's going to help us see that warming trend going into next week. But I mentioned this before, probably a couple times this week. We have so much back and forth variability going on with the weather. The only consistent part about my forecast each day is this Christmas countdown. We're now 17 days away from Christmas, 17 days to finalize your shopping, 17 days before you get to enjoy your family in the holidays. So to wrap all of this up, we'll have those we'll have those near record-breaking temperatures tomorrow and Friday, with some gustier winds on Friday, creating some elevated fire hazards before that cold front comes in on Saturday, giving us lows in the 50s. Possible freezing temperatures going on into Saturday into Sunday, and then we'll see a warming trend headed into next week. By this time next week, back to the upper 70s with some gusty winds once again. Same picture at Abilene. Winds even breezier up there in the big country, especially with those drought conditions. We want to pay attention to those fire concerns. And then once that cold front comes through, freezing temps on Saturday night, cooler temperatures during the day on Saturday with a warming trend going into next week. Back to you, Tim.